Did you know that if a student listens carefully, he or she understands the topic? And that is a fact. Good day! Welcome to English 9 Most Essential Learning Competency number 2 in the first quarter. At the end of this video, you are expected to first, identify the parts of zero conditional. Second, determine the use of zero conditional. And the third one, construct statements using zero conditional. Now, why do you keep on hearing the word zero? And what is the word conditional? Let's discuss. Now let's talk about conditionals. Conditional tenses are used to speculate about what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish would happen. In English, most statements in conditionals start with if and sometimes when. On the other hand, the zero conditional is used to make statements about the real world, often refers to general truths such as scientific facts. In these sentences, the time is now or always, and the situation is real and possible. For example, what happens to the ice if we heat it? Yes, it melts. Now look at this sample sentence. If you heat ice, it melts. This is a general truth and no one can ever change that. Let's have another example. If you mix red and yellow, you get orange. Now, why didn't I say if you mix red and yellow, you will get orange? Why didn't I use the word will? Yes, you are right. Because mixing red and yellow automatically results to orange. It is a fact, a general truth, and no one can change that. Therefore, it is in zero conditional statement. Now let's talk about the parts of a zero conditional. Look at this example. If you mix red and yellow, you get orange. The first clause is called the if clause because it starts with if. You're right. But if can sometimes be replaced with when. The if clause is separated from the main clause using a comma. So we have the if clause and the main clause. In zero conditional, it is very important to know that both verbs in both clauses should be in present simple tense. As in all conditional statements, the order of the clauses is not always fixed. You may have to rearrange the pronouns and adjust the punctuation marks in order to change positions. But don't worry, the meaning is identical. Just like what I said, in zero conditional, you can replace if with when, and the meaning will not change. For example, plants die if they don't get enough water. The if clause is at the end of the statement and the main clause is at the beginning. You can see that the pronouns were adjusted and the comma is omitted or removed. This statement is also correct and is considered zero conditional. I bet we are slowly getting there. Let's have more examples. If a water reaches 100 degrees, it boils. The verb in the if clause is reaches, and it is in present simple tense. And in the main clause, the verb is boils, and is also in present simple tense. And I have a confession to make. If I eat peanuts, I get sick. This is only true for me and not for everyone. But in reality, whenever I eat peanuts, I get sick. It is my own and my personal truth. And zero conditional is the perfect format for that statement. The zero conditional is also often used to give instructions using the imperative of the main clause. Examples: hey, if Bill phones, tell him to meet me at the office. Thank you. Second example: what? You forgot about the process? I don't know that too. Ask Peter if you're not sure what to do. Now, from those examples, I believe that you are gradually mastering zero conditional. Now, let's have a challenge. Are you ready? Game. Now, I will show you a video tutorial on how to make creamy bread pudding. My challenge is, based on the instructions given by the speaker, how will you come up with zero conditional statements? As you watch the video, don't forget to list down possible facts and general truths in order to construct your own zero conditional statements. Here comes the video. Okay, so our first ingredient is bread. Yes, you heard it right. Bread, but not just bread, but leftover breads. With the help of the brown sugar, 3 tablespoons, 3 eggs, and 1 cup of evaporated milk. First step, remove the hard part of the bread. This one is leftover monai. You can also use tasty or loaf breads. Just make sure to remove the hard part so we can have the smooth texture or consistency of the pudding. I also have leftover buns, so I'm just removing the brown part. Slice into small pieces so it will blend well with the other ingredients. Mix all the ingredients using your blender. Now these old bread can be revived using the same ingredients: milk, egg, and sugar, just like how the bread is usually made. So we are going to turn this old bread into something sweet. Mix well using your blender for 1 minute. Check the consistency. If it is still watery, you may add more bread until you get the perfect consistency. Not too watery, not too thick. Now let's proceed making the syrup. Prepare 4 tablespoons of sugar and 3 tablespoons of water. Mix them in a hot pan. Continue mixing it for 3 minutes. But if you want a bitter taste of syrup, you may prolong the time up to 7 minutes. Just make sure that you continue stirring. After 5 to 7 minutes, that is when you are going to transfer the syrup into your containers. So I'll be using llanera. After pouring the syrup in your containers, you may set that aside and let it cool down. Preparing the mixture, you may start heating or boiling water for steaming. This is where we're going to put our mixture. Now this is the twist. I got this spread from Worth Cafe. It's strawberry flavor and this only cost 100 pesos. And for this matcha, it cost 200 pesos. We're going to add our mixture to the matcha and strawberry spreads to create flavorful puddings. We can now pour the mixture since the syrup has cooled down and put them like that inside the steamer. It's okay because it will stay that way. So after 30 minutes, you can now put out the puddings and let it cool down. Place it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes and voila! Ready to serve dessert. Very cheap, less than an hour, and available ingredients.
Now you know how to make creamy bread pudding, and with a twist, matcha and strawberry flavors. With easy to find ingredients and easy procedure, which you can do at home. So that is the life skill you learned from our English video. Let's proceed in practicing more. You try it. I will be giving statements with missing words. All you need to do is to fill in the gaps using the proper tenses of the verbs given inside the parentheses. Two thumbs up for you and for trying very hard. Good job! You may double check your work through the summary of our lesson. To sum up our lesson for today, remember that the zero conditional is used to make statements about the real world. Often refers to general truths such as scientific facts. The time is now or always, and the situation is real and possible. Next, it is composed of two parts, the if clause and, yes, you're right, the main clause. And my question is, what tenses should the verbs be in? You are right. They should both be in present simple tense. Good job! You really listen carefully. If you are not sure of your answers, you may seek help from your siblings, parents, or other relatives who are with you at home. Or you may contact your English teacher to confirm. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed the video lesson. This is Teacher Marini Lazaro from San Pedro District, Division of Laguna. Thank you for watching. Bye!